This is a GTX 1070, and this is also a GTX 1070. Well, this isn't. This is the case. But the card on the inside is a GTX 1070. No, seriously, it is. It's right there. Of course, we all know about the old saying, bigger is better, which is usually true for most things, but in today's video, we focus on that other saying, good things come in small packages. And in this case, it's the MSI GeForce AERO GTX 1070 ITX. This is MSI's GeForce GTX 1070 AERO ITX 8GB OC edition, which is a mouthful. Today, we're going to take a quick look at whether or not the ITX version is just as good as the full-sized 1070. In this case, we're comparing it to the MSI GeForce GTX 1070 Gaming X 8GB card. According to MSI, their AERO ITX graphic cards are designed to be integrated into small form factor PCs and are still as powerful. So that begs the question, does a physically smaller card mean less performance? Are you sacrificing portability over functionality? Let's find out together. This is lucky, by the way. First off, a quick physical tour. The AERO 1070 measures 184 by 144 by 40 millimeters. Meanwhile, the full-size 1070 measures 279 by 140 by 42 millimeters. The ITX 1070 has a single 8-pin PCI connector, and it's got a single 92 millimeter Torx fan, which is the same type of fan you find on the full-size twin Frozr 6 on the regular 1070, except that you get two of them here and then just one fan over here. In terms of outputs, the ITX card has two HDMI, one dual-link DVI, and two DisplayPort ports. Now, the smaller card's base core clock speed is 1,531 MHz with a boost speed of 1,721 MHz. The Gaming X 1070, on the other hand, had three different base and boost clocks depending on the mode. So, we ran the card on gaming mode, which operates at a base clock of 1,582 MHz and a boost clock of 1,771 MHz. Gaming mode provided us with the closest specs to the ITX card for a more fair comparison. For the ITX build, we went with our old friend, the EVGA Hadron Air ITX case, simply because there's no point in having an ITX GPU and then going and use a full tower. Does make sense. Plus, the Hadron comes with the power supply, so it's one neat little package. For the CPU, we're using a Core i7-7700K at stock speeds with the stock Intel cooler. We went with the Intel cooler just because we didn't need anything fancy, plus there's not a whole lot of space you can use in the Hadron to fit a larger heatsink. Plus, this comparison is all GPU focused, so we didn't overclock the CPU either. For RAM, we went with 16 gigs of G-Skill Trident Z, and for the motherboard, our friends at MSI sent us their Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon AC motherboard. Thanks, MSI. On to the benchmarks. For each game benchmark, we record the minimum, maximum, and average frames per second with Fraps. We also monitored temperatures with MSI's Afterburner software. We tested the 1070s on 6 games, and then we ran both cards on Unigine Heaven just for funsies. Now brace yourselves for this barrage of graphs. Haha! Graph time. As you can see from the graphs, the ITX 1070 performed quite well. In fact, almost the same as the regular 1070, give or take a few FPS here and there. Even the temperatures were roughly the same, although it is possible that during a longer than average gaming session, the ITX 1070 could have a tougher time keeping things cool. After all, it does only have one fan working to cool itself, while the full-size 1070 has two fans. Alright, so what did we learn today? Well, if you want a lightweight system with a small footprint, ITX cards are a great way to reduce some extra weight and still get roughly the same performance with slightly less noise, since, of course, there's only one fan. You really aren't missing out on performance just because the card is physically smaller. ITX cards are also great space savers. If for whatever reason your full-size video card has an oversized cooler and it will not fit into the chassis you've chosen. And at the time of filming, the ITX 1070 is priced at $587.60 Canadian. Meanwhile, the full-size 1070 has an MSRP of $679.99 at the time of filming, Canadian. So in this case, the ITX version is more wallet-friendly, but The full-size 1070 does go on sale sometimes, so just buy whichever one you think you need for what you're trying to achieve on your build, whether it's a small home theater PC or a portable VR gaming rig. What I'm trying to say is, with MSI's AERO 1070 ITX, you are not sacrificing performance just because you needed a smaller card. It's got most of the same features as a full-size card. If you would like to learn more about either 1070, you can click up here or the link in the description. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Click over here for previous videos. Check us out on Twitter over there. But as always, like the video if you liked it, comment down below for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more videos like this from mITX. We'll see you later. I'm kind of stuck though.